Hello class, good afternoon. So, this is the continuation of our lesson for this afternoon. Since we already finished discussing about the measures of central tendency, it talks about the center point of the data from the term na center or central. Now, let's talk about the measures of variability. So, ano ba ang measures of variability? So, measures of variability, it is the summary of statistics that represents the amount of dispersion in a set. Meaning, it describes how far the value are from the mean. And measures of variability, mga terms ng variability, dispersion, and spread are synonymous. And in addition, if the value of the measures of variability is low, all the scores or all the data are clustered tightly to the center or the mean. Mas malapit sila sa mean. And kapag higher daw yung value ni variability mo, ang itsura nito or the scores or the data are away from the center or the mean. So ano ba ang ibig sabihin nito, So let's say we have a graph here, ito. This is from the data set 1 and this is from the data set 2. So both of the graph have the mean na 100. And here, if you can see or if you can observe, the value of the measures of variability here is low. So, balik tayo sa definition ng low Kapag low yung variability, clustered tightly to the center yung mga data. So, kaya here, you can see the graph mas maliit, mas manipis or mas clustered together. Mas malapit sa isa't isa yung data or scores from the mean, which is 100. Whereas, compare natin dito sa pangalawang graph, ang variability nito or yung value ng variability is high, ayan, away from the center. So, mas malayo, mas dispersed or malayo sa mean yung mga data, Kaya ganitong itsura. So, ganito ang ibig sabihin ng measures of variability. Kung gaano ba siya kalapit o kalayo from the mean or from the center. Okay? Now, there are different types or measures of variability. First, we have the mean. So, range. So, take note, itong mga i-discuss ko ngayon is for the ungrouped data. Okay? Ungrouped data. So, ano bang ungrouped data? For instance, we have here. Ito. Itong example, itong itsura ng ungrouped data. Wala siyang range or wala siyang group, yung tulad dun sa, table, frequency table distribution, yung from 10 to 9, 9 to 15, ganyan good. Or from 10 to 20, 21 to 30, 31 to 30. Yung ganun na mga data, that's what we call group. And here, we have an ungrouped. So, maliit lang yung given na data, And madali lang siya i-solve. Now, ayan, going back. So, let's talk about range. So, range, it measures the distance between the highest and the lowest values in a data set. And since we already discussed itong range dun sa pag-construct natin ng frequency distribution table, ganun pa rin dito sa measures of variability. First, we need to identify ano yung highest value or highest score, and then minusan natin ng lowest value or lowest data from the given set. And range does not describe the middle values. Hindi niya dinidescribe yung middle values. O ano yung mean, okay? And range is good for small data set only. And extreme values can highly affect its range. So, as what I have said in the previous lesson, sa measures of central tendency, extreme values, these are yung mga outliers, or yung biglaang or mga maliliit na values or mga data or scores. Okay, now, so let's try to solve for the range of our data set 1. So, paano ba natin ito masosolve? So, yun lang. We just need to identify saan dito from the given data, yung pinakamalaki na value at saka yung pinakamaliit. So, here, in our given data, yan, don't mind this, ito na sa baba. So, the highest value here sa ating data is 42, right? And our lowest value is 20. So, ibawasan na natin, i-minus na natin. So, that is 42 minus 20, and 42 minus 20 is equal to 22. Okay. Ganun lang kadali i-solve yung range, no? So, you just need to identify the highest value and the lowest value and ibawas mo sila or minus mo silang dalawa. Okay, let's proceed to the second measurement of variability, which is mean deviation. Okay, ano ba ang mean deviation? Mean deviation measures the mean amount by which the values in a population or sample and vary from their mean. So, masyado yung definition niya, no? But, ang point lang dito is, we need to find the measures, no, of the mean. So, ito yung formula niya. Mean deviation is equal to the summation of the absolute value of given data minus the mean over n. So, where x sub I is equal to the values in data set, x bar is the mean, and n is the total number of values in data set. Okay, paano ba ito? Ano ba ang process ng mean deviation? So, okay, going back to our data set 1, this is our data set, no? Or ito yung basis natin sa pag-solve ng mean deviation. So, kung na piloon, saan lang ako ni para kaniya to ang focus. Ayan. We have 20, 21, 22, 25, 26, 29, 33, 34, and 42. And the formula for this is this one. But before we proceed, no, in solving this, using this formula to solve for the mean deviation, let's find first itong value ng ating mean. Itong mean. Okay, if you can still remember paano magkuha ng mean, so you just need to add all the data and then i-divide natin siya kung ilan sila. So, for instance, this one. Ito. This is the mean, no? The formula for the mean. So, summation of all the data divided by n, or the total number of the given data. So, since we have itong data natin, ayan, 20. So, i-add na natin to in lahat, and then i-divide natin ito siya into 9, kasi there are 9 data. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So, add natin lahat, yan, 20 plus 21 plus 22, 25 until 42, and then divided by 9, so we have 252 over 9, and 252 divided by 9, that is 28. So, after solving for the mean, we can now proceed to solve for the mean deviation. So, paano ba ito? So, you just need to input, ayan, I hope maintindihan, no? So, ito yung data natin. Ito yung data, 20. And then, since ang mean deviation is the summation of all the absolute value of the given data less the mean. So, ito yung data natin, 20. Minusan lang natin ng mean, which is 28. And then, i-absolute value natin siya. Then, plus, ayan, 21 minus 28, yung mean natin. Plus the absolute value of 22, ayan, minus 28, plus absolute value of 25 minus 28, plus and so on and so forth, hanggang nakapunta tayo sa 42, ayan, 42, absolute value of 42 minus 28, all over 9. So, nakulangan, no, nakalimutan ko lagay itong 9 dito. So, kaya medyo clustered dito, no, malapit, more dikit-dikit. Okay, now, so what is 20 minus 28? So, that is negative 8. And then 21 minus 28, that is negative 7, and so on and so forth. So, we need to simplify this one. So, we have here. So, since it is an absolute value, if you can still remember, if any number, no, such as a negative number, and then hanapin mo yung absolute value niya, it is always positive, no? So, kapag negative 8, absolute value of negative 8 is equal to 8. So, kaya, i-input natin sa calculator natin itong lahat ng value, and don't mind the negative kasi naka-absolute siya, no? Naka-absolute na yung number natin. So that is 8 plus 7 plus 6 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1 plus 5 plus 6 plus 14. So therefore, the total or the sum is 52. And divided by 9, yung total number of data. So the mean deviation now of our data set 1 is 5.78. So ganun lang. So first step, you need to solve for the mean, and then i-minus na natin yung absolute value ng given na data sa mean, and then i-add natin lahat, and then divide sa total number of population or total number of data. I hope nakuha, no? So if hindi man, you can reach me sa MS Team natin. Now, since we are done with the range and then the mean deviation, we can now proceed to the variance. So, ano ba itong variance? So, it is another measures of variability, no? So, variance is, ayan, the average squared difference of the values from the mean. So, actually, we have two formulas, no? So, we have the population variance, and then we have the sample variance. So don't worry, no, itong mga formulas natin makikita natin sa ating handouts. Provided naman ito lahat sa ating handouts. Okay? Now, let's talk about ito, population variance. So ito yung formula niya where sigma squared, I think, pagkatawag ito sigma. So is equal to population variance, x sub y is equal to values in your data set. Mu yan ha, mean, population mean, mu. Okay, n is the total number of values in a population set. So, take note, population set or population variance, ito yung kanyang symbol, okay? Ito yung kanyang, symbol. Whereas, the sample variance is ganito, s squared lang. And merong differences sa kanilang pag-solve, okay? Difference sa kanilang formula. Okay. Now, using the same data set, ito, we have 20, 21, 22, 25, 26, 29, 33, 34, and 42. So, let's solve for the variance. Let's say, sample variance. Yan, sample lang. Let's say, all the data from our data set 1 are from the sample, okay? And since we already solved for the mean, which is 28, we can now solve for the sample variance. So, since this is the formula, we can just substitute it, no? So, we just need to input all the data. So, paano ba ito? Yan. So, we have 20, and then our mean is, 28. So, you just need to, ganito, quantity 20 minus 28 squared. Ayan, 20, saan galing 20? Yan. So, 20 minus 28, yung mean natin squared, plus 21 minus 28 squared, plus 22, yan, minus 28 squared, plus 25 minus 28 squared, plus 26 minus 28 squared, plus 29, and so on, hanggang makabot tayo dito sa 42. Yan, 42 minus 28 squared, all over. Since the total population or total data, total number of data is 9, so bawasan natin ng 1 kasi yan yung formula natin, okay? 9 minus 1. So, simplifying this, using our calculator, we will come up with these answers. 64 plus 49 plus 36 plus 9 plus 4 plus 1 plus 25 plus 36 plus 196 all over 8. And then the total is 420 and then divided by 8. So our sample variance now is 52.5. Ganun lang kasimple. So, if our sample variance is 52.5, yan, now the standard deviation is just the square root of the variance. So, standard deviation, it is another measures of variability, standard deviation. So, ang formula lang yan is hanapin mo lang yung square root ng ating variance. It's either sample variance or population variance. Okay? So, ayan. So, since our variance, ayan, na-solve na natin, which is 52.5. And looking for the standard deviation, so square root na natin yan. So square root of 52.5, that is 7.25. Okay, ganun lang class. So, I have a continuation, no? So, we will further discuss about finding the measures of variability of group data. So, this afternoon, itong video na ito, this part of the video is, we are just talking about the measures of variability for group data. So, I hope you understand, no? And if you have questions, you can just comment or message me sa MS Teams. Okay, thank you.